Is God connecting you, or are you networking? You know, they say people come in your life for a reason, a season, and a lifetime. And I know you guys know your girl Morgan have been sharing her journey, her testimony, her story, her life trials, tribulations, ups and downs. And a lot of those people that I connected with, they wasn't all God connection. Is God connecting you, or are you networking? Is God in your connections? Guys, again, PSA, please subscribe to my YouTube channel as Morgan Rees, live speaker, MorganRees, live speaker. Subscribe to my podcast channel, Good Morning Black People. Support your girl, Morgan. I promise you, everything I'm sharing, even when I interview the people I interview, I'm letting the person tell their story. So now I'm going to go back into my message. Is God in your connection, or are you networking? Is God choosing your connections, or are you networking? So as I said, you know, people come in your life a season, reason, a lifetime. And believe it or not, every time you meet someone, it's always for a purpose. It's always for God's purpose. It's always for God's plan. Guys, I had an amazing week with my big sis. My big sis Naomi came through and showed your girl Morgan some love. It was like we've known each other for the rest of our lives, all our lives. When I tell you he makes a connection on purpose, he makes a connection on purpose. It's up to us what we do when we get that connection. Some of our connections were bad connections. So if those connections were bad connections, again, season, reason, a lifetime. Was God in your connection, or were you just networking? So when we meet people, we're thinking, okay, especially in relationships, you meet that person and you're thinking, okay, this is going to be my man, this is going to be my woman, we're going to be together forever. But is that a choice that you made, or is that a choice that God made? Because you think about it, he said in the Bible, what God put together, let no man divide. What God put together, let no man separate. What God put together, let no man put asunder. That means if he put that relationship together, you had no reason to cheat. You had no reason to look at other people in an inappropriate way. You had no reason to want to desire or want anyone else, because God is in that relationship. God put that relationship together. Now, when we put the relationship together, again, your girl Morgan was doing some stuff herself. When I got married the first time, I put that marriage together. I chose that marriage. I did not wait for God to choose that marriage. I chose that marriage. And because I chose that marriage, I got 17 years of Morgan's version of a relationship. I got 17 years of Morgan's choice. I got 17 years of whatever Morgan decided to do when she got with the person that she got. Because again, Morgan did not have a good footprint on what relationship was. Morgan did not have a good guide on what relationship was. I didn't meet my dad till I was 21, and my mom, I was too busy going through her trials and her tribulations and going through my own trials and tribulations. I never really seen a good example of what a relationship was supposed to be. So for 17 years, all those choices I was making prior to, even the relationships when I chose, you hear what I said? I chose my children. But the blessing out of all that is, even though I chose it, God turned it in for my good. So what Satan turns for evil, God turned it for my good. Because guess what? Out of those 3 men, I got 3 amazing gifts. 4 if my 4th child would have lived. So I've gotten gifts, even though it was my choices. And it was all for God's purpose and plan. So think about this. Listen to this. Just take time. Let's just listen to me. Remember, he knew who you was before he formed you in your mother's womb. So if he knew who you was before he formed you in your mother's womb, he's going to design those connections. He's going to make things happen. He's going to put things on purpose and according to his plan. So even when you get bad connections, and I promise you, you're going to get some bad connections, if you don't get the lesson and you don't get what you need out of that connection, you're going to get back. You're going to remember, I did another message before. You're going to have to retake the test again. And you're going to be like, why I can't separate from this person? Why I can't move on from this person? It's because you need to get something out of it. But when it's a lifetime connection, remember, a season, a reason, and a lifetime. When it's a lifetime connection, no matter if you're upset with them, like your families. Because remember, your lifetime connection is your family. I just don't know if y'all know this. I'm telling you, every time I learn something, I'm sharing with you guys. Your lifetime connection technically is your family. Whoever God made, your mother, your father, your sister, your brothers, your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, All those people are your lifetime connections. So if you have not made your amends and forgiven those people, and then they forgiven you, or you had that conversation with the Lord, if you're not ready to talk to them one-on-one, to say, hey, let's have a heart-to-heart conversation. Long as you did your part with the Father, that's all that matters. But that's your lifetime connection, just an FYI to the eyes, in case y'all didn't know that. I'm kept telling you, I'm learning these things as I go. But your season and your reason. So I remember my kid's godmom. I thought we was going to be friends forever. I mean, when I tell you forever, I thought we were going to be friends forever. And then unfortunately, our friendship came to an end right around the time my dad passed. And I was hurt, I was broken, and I was like, I can't understand how this happened. I thought we was going to be friends forever. And then, God said, God showed me, because sometimes if we don't remove the people out of our lives, or we don't let those people go, because he says this chapter has came to an end, sometimes he allows situations, circumstances, and things to happen for him to remove those people out of our life. Not about something that's really bad about them or something really bad about you. It's just that, as my mom told me, as I'm learning on the way in my journey, is everyone can't go where God is about to take you. So are you choosing? Is you choosing your relationship? Is God choosing your relationships? Or are you just networking? So everybody you come in contact with, is that a God choice? Did God say, okay, I'm going to connect you with that person, and then y'all going to go through this, you're going to go through that, but it's going to be a connection that I put together? Or are you networking? So you've been, you still out there taking interviews. That's what they say. You're taking interviews, you're on the social networking, and again, social media, and you out there taking interviews and say, well, I like this about you, but I'm going to see how long I hold on to you. I like that about you. Let me see how long I hold on to you. But if God choosing, if God is choosing and he's choosing your connections, then you ain't got to worry about it. So, just like I told you, I prayed, I promise you guys, I pray, and I pray a lot. I've been praying more now in my current season of my life now than I've ever did in my entire life. And I remember this young lady said that used to know my dad. She said, your daddy would always say, God gonna give you your people. I said, my daddy said that? She said, yeah, your daddy used to always say, God gonna give you your people. Because remember, I didn't learn a lot about my dad till after he passed, even though he was in my life for 30 years. And I was like, well, God, when he took my dad, and I said, well, reconnect me back with my mom. And I said, but just while you out there blessing me and while you're doing and listening to the things that I got going on, can you give me my people? And he's giving me my people. The connections that he's making is because according to his purpose and his plan. Because remember, again, it's his plan at the end of the day. It's not our plan. I promise you. Even when we think we doing what we want to do, how we want to do it, when we want to do it, the way we want to do it, and we be like, nobody going to tell me what to do. I don't know what y'all talking about. I said, God doing this and God doing that. Okay, little darling, that's how you feel. That's what you think. You go ahead, you rock with that. You go ahead and you roll with that. And I'm going to see how long you continue on that journey, because eventually he going to change the plan. He going to change the course. Again, your girl Morgan knows all too well about this, because for 51 years of my life, he done changed my plan, guys, more than I knew. Even because, mainly because a lot of the choices that I made. So because it was the choices that I made, even though Satan was using it for the bad, God was turning it to the good. And he said, I'm hoping, I'm thinking my daughter going to get it. I know my daughter going to get it. And I was like, Lord, I'm going to get it, God, I'm going to get it. Oh, now I got it. Took me a little bit. But then when he mixing those connections that can never be broken. Even when he try to break them, we say, you know what, I'm going to do my own thing, my own way. And God said, okay, you go ahead and you stay over there for a while. I'm going to let you go ahead and play in that sandbox for a little while. But then I'm going to end up taking you out of that, and I'm going to put you somewhere else. So again, is God in your connections, or are you just networking? Because when we meet people, again, for a reason, season, and a lifetime, everyone that we meet, whether it's at your job, whether it's if you go to the doctor, whether it's anywhere, anytime you meet someone, it's a reason and a season. And then if God is choosing it, it'll be a lifetime. Because he said, I give you everlasting peace and joy. I give you everlasting life. I give you everlasting love. So when God gives it to you, all those things are going to come with it. So again, even in relationships. So if you get in this relationship and you say, I'm going to be with this man for forever, and he said, I'm going to be with this woman forever, and then over time, something don't last, something don't feel right, you start getting into this and you start getting into that, and you like, I don't feel this way about them no more. I don't feel this way about them no more. We ain't lovey-dovey like we used to be. We ain't, all booed up like we used to be. And then you be like, well, what's going on? What happened? That means to tell you, just sorry to have to tell you this out loud. That means because that wasn't you choosing. That wasn't a God choosing. Because when God chooses, even if you feel that way and you have him in your relationship and you have him a part of your connection and you be like, Lord, have a little conversation with him like, this relationship ain't lasting, this marriage ain't working out, this and that. And if it's meant for him, because he the one said that y'all were supposed to be together, it's going to come back roses, peaches, and cream. But if it's not, you're going to have a rocky road. One minute you're going to be good. Next minute you're going to be bad. Next minute you'll be roommates. You just be in the same room, in the same house, but you're not having no connection. You're not having no intimacy. You're not doing anything that you supposed to do when you're in a lovey-dovey relationship. But when God put the relationship together, I promise you, it'd be like fire. And the fire never dies down. That love, that passion, that desire, that attraction, none of that stuff never dies. Even when you have disagreements, even when you're getting in your beef and y'all arguing or whatever like that, when you come back together, it's like you never had any problems. Again, that's a God connection. Is God in your connection, or are you still networking? So I'm just, is God choosing your things that you do? Even when it comes to your job, even when it comes to your home, even when it comes to your car, even when it comes to how you make money, all these things God isn't choosing, because remember, I knew who you were before I formed you in your mother's womb. I have a purpose and plan for you. Now, I'm going to let you have your own purpose. I'm going to let you have your own plan. I'm going to let you have your own destiny. And if it's according to my will, because remember, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to don't thine on understanding. Let thy will be done, not my will be done. Because when we let our will be done, I'm just going to tell you, listen to me. We be messing up some stuff sometimes. And then we be over there in that corner crying, or we calling our girlfriends crying, or we calling our boys crying, or mad, and I can't believe this ain't lasting, this ain't working out, I don't know what's going on, because that was us choosing. That wasn't a God choosing. Because when God chooses, even though he's going to let you have some rocky roads, some bumpy things, some roller coaster rides, he's going to still bring you back together with what? Love. Love casts out love casts out all fear. The first commandment is love. So if you got love in your heart and you got love in your mind, put a lot of love in your heart. And that's a consistent, constant thing. And you ain't have no ulterior motives, or you don't have no evil intentions, or no selfish intention, or no selfish desires, or me is all about me. And I'm not going to include this person in my relationship. I'm not going to include this person in my family. I don't want my kids to be a part of this. I don't want my husband to be a part. I don't want my mom to be a part of this. I want my dad, my family. I don't want nobody to be a part of this. When you have that type of heart posture, it's a you thing. It's a you choosing. God ain't got nothing to do with that. You still just networking. Just the F to the Y to the I. Again. And your girl Morgan been doing a lot of networking. I know in my next part of this chapter, I'm going to really be doing some networking. Is God in your connections, or are you still networking? Is God choosing your connections? Whether it does not matter what part of your life, is God in your connections? Is God choosing your connections, or are you just networking? Are you still interviewing for your job, the job that you want, the career you want? Are you still interviewing for the relationship you want? Are you still interviewing for the community you want to live in? Are you still interviewing for the home you want to have? Are you still interviewing for the vehicle that you want? Are you still interviewing because you say you want kids and you want this type of child? Are you still interviewing? Are you still networking? Or is God in the choosing? That's when it comes to the point where he say, let go and let God. Now, if you want to do it yourself, because again, your girl Morgan has been that person. And my baby said, hey, God don't need your help. My big sis said, yes, sis, God don't need your help. My mama said, yeah, girl, God don't need your help. And I was like, okay, well, I thought he needed my help. I thought he needed me to do that. No. Just pray and let go. And he take care of the rest. And I promise you, I got that memo, guys, because I'm tired. I'm telling you, I'm tired of the roller coaster ride. Even though I know it's still going to be a little roller coaster ride, because, your girl Morgan used to love roller coasters back in the day till I got a little older. And I was like, ooh, I don't want to play those games anymore. I'm going to go on the bumper cars. I'm going to go on the go-karts. I'm going to go on the Ferris wheel. But anyway, my life has been that go-kart, Ferris wheel, roller coaster ride. Do you want to continue to stay on that path? Or do you want to say, you know what? Let me just go sit my behind somewhere in the corner over there, and I'm going to let God do the choosing, because I'm tired of networking. Because I done network, made connection here, didn't last. Made a connection there, didn't last. Went to this job, didn't work out. Chose this home, didn't last, didn't keep it. Chose this vehicle, something happened to it. Chose this situation, something went wrong. It was a season of reason, but he always going to give us a lifetime. But in the season and the reasons, there are always lessons that we need to learn. And if we don't learn them, we're going to have to retake the test again. And I promise you, I was like the super nerd in school. And I love taking tests. But if I failed, if I got a D, or if I got an F, or if I got an E, yeah, back in the day, we was giving out those grades. If I got a lower grade than a C, I'm like, no. Can I take this test again? I need to take this test again because I need to get a better grade. We should be in a posture right now. We should be in a mindset right now that the way the world is going right now, the way life is happening, life is really definitely lifing right now. You should say, Lord, I want a better grade. Give me an A, give me a B, give me maybe a C, but I don't want to go no further to a D, E, or F. Give me a great grade. Give me the tools in my tool belt. Help me increase my wisdom, increase my understanding, increase my lessons, increase my guidance, increase who you want me to be, so I can get a better grade. Because my seasons and my reasons gave me a whole lot of lessons. And I'm in my season right now where all I want is nothing but lifetimes. Lifetime of love, lifetime of happiness, lifetime of peace, lifetime of joy, lifetime of understanding of who I am, lifetime of understanding what his purpose and his plan is for me. Those are the questions you should be asking right now when you're praying. God, what is your purpose and your plan for me? What you want me to do? Which way you want me to go? I promise you, he ordered your steps, he guides your feet. This is sometimes we got to take the time to listen. We got to take the time. And then once we listen, now, hold on. Once we listen, we got to receive it in our heart. We got to receive it in our mind. Because if we listen and we don't receive it in our heart and our mind, and we be like, okay, yeah, I guess I'm supposed to go this direction. But now, you know what? I'm going to make a detour. Guess what? You're going to have some more lessons to learn. Is God in your connections, or are you still networking? Is God choosing your connections? And I mean, when I tell you everything that we do, your girl Morgan is learning everything that we do. And I'm grateful now that God heard my heart. He saw my heart. He heard my prayers. And he said, don't worry about it, Morgan. I'm going to give you your people. I was like, Daddy, he giving me my people. My natural daddy said, God will give you your people. And my spiritual daddy said, I'm going to give you your people. And I promise you, when he gives you your people, again, you will know they're your people. Your people won't judge you. Your people won't treat you wrong when it's convenient for them. Your people won't whisper and gossip, talk about you behind your back. Your people won't join the whisper party. Your people won't join the gossiping party. Your people won't join the party who's trying to tear you down. Your people is going to have your back. Just like you have their back, your people going to have your back. That's a God connection. That's how you know it's for his purpose and his plan. Because when he put things together, he don't bless no mess. He don't even through our mess, he will bless us. But he does not bless no mess. That's how you know that's a God connection. That's a God choosing. That's a God thing. He like, okay, look, I'm going to do some things. I'm going to do it my way. I'm going to need you to go sit over in that corner somewhere. Go ahead, continue to live your life. Don't worry about it. I got you. If you just trust in the Lord with all your heart, guys. When I tell you that scripture has carried me my entire life. And now I'm in the season of understanding, the season of lessons, the season of learning. Because again, when I tell you, when I'm learning, I want to share with you. Sharon is Karen, C-A-R-I-N-G. Sharon, S-H-A-R-I-N-G. is Karen, C-A-R-I-N-G. That's me. I like to share. Knowledge is power. Because what I learned, I want to share with you guys. I want y'all to hear. I want y'all to know. I want y'all to understand. I want y'all to comprehend. Hey, listen. This is what I figured out. This is what I learned. And I want to share with you. Because I promise you, we're in a season right now. We're tired. We should be tired of heartaches. We should be tired of headaches. We should be tired of not being happy. We should be tired of not being understood. We should be tired of not being loved. We should be tired of not being wanted because we're making the wrong connections. And we're making the connections. We're not letting God make the connections. Are you still networking? I promise you. I'm that network chick. I'm that network girl. As my baby said, you the life of the party. He said, you the social butterfly. He said, no matter where we go, even my kids said, Ma, every time we go somewhere, we start striking up conversation with. I said, yeah, I don't even know who they are, but that's okay. I guess we're just gonna have that conversation. I am the networking queen. But now I'm learning in the networking, I can't choose. I gotta let him choose. Because when he choose, he gonna choose right. Because when we choose wrong. And when we choose wrong, he let us sit in it. You know they say you made your bed, you lie in it. He's allowed us to make a lot of our beds, and we've been lying in it. And after a while, you should be getting tired of saying, I want to continue to lie in this bed. I no longer want to lie in the bed that I made. I want to lie in the bed that God made. I want to lie in the bed that Jesus made. Because when God makes a good bed, he makes a good bed. He makes a bed that when you go to sleep at night, you have peace. When you walk in your door, you have peace. When you wake up in the morning, you have peace. All these things, you have peace. And you have peace of mind. And you have peace in your heart. And you have love in your heart. You have love deep down in your spirit. That's when you know that's a God thing. Because when it's a you thing, you're stressing, you're tossing and turning, you got health problems, you got depression issues, you got mental health issues, you got all these things because you made the choice. You didn't let God make the choice. Or you didn't have God help you make the choice. You didn't have God lead you. And I promise you, everybody's like, oh my goodness, everybody keep talking about this God and this Jesus thing. Well, why I just can't do what I want to do? I promise you, he's still going to let you do what you want to do, but he only going to let you go but so far, especially if he sees your heart and your mind. Now, if you're doing the right thing for the right reason, he's going to leave you be. But if you're not, then you got to deal with whatever the consequences that you make. There are consequences to everything we do. I did another message on that. When I tell you, people come in your life for a season, a reason, or a lifetime, but when you have the Father, the Holy Spirit, and the Son, the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit in it, it's going to always be lifetime connections. It's going to always be for his purpose, for his will, for his plan, for your life. Because if you don't do that, you're going to continue to go back to school over and over and over and continue to take that test, continue to take that test, and continue to take that test. And you're going to keep failing. Failure should not be an option in this life. Failure should not be an option in this season. God says, Jeremiah 29:11, for I have plans to prosper you, thus said the Lord, not to harm you, plans to give you hope for the future that I created for you, that I destined for you, not for what you destined for yourself, not for what you choose. Because when we choose, we don't be making good choices, y'all. I promise you, your girl Morgan has made a lot of choices, even down to friendships. When I was holding on to those people thinking, well, they my friend, they shouldn't know nowhere. I'm going to love them and I'm going to treat them right and they're going to be with me forever. And then unfortunately, it did not work out that way. I can count on my hands how many friends I have now, which is actually good because you don't need to have a whole lot of people in your circle when you want to plan and you're on the path that God has set for you. Because I promise you, everybody's not going to be your friend when it's time for them to be your friend. You're going to have some Judases in your crowd. You're going to have some Judases in your tribe. And then you're going to be like wondering, how did this person get in my life? What happened? And you're going to be like, well, you made a choice. I told you they wasn't no good and you still wanted to hold on to them. And you said, okay, I'm going to let you hold on to them. Your girl Morgan learning a lot of lessons. Your girl Morgan learning a lot of lessons. So when you know you grow. I promise you, is it you choosing? Is God choosing your connections? Is God choosing your purpose and your plan? Or are you choosing? Are you still out there networking? Are you still saying, I can do what I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it, I don't care what nobody else is saying? Let God take over. Let God choose for you. I promise you, he don't make no mistake. Everything that happens in your life happens for a reason. There is no such thing as coincidences. There is no such thing as, oh my goodness, that just happened out of nowhere. That's just a coinky dink. No, it's everything happening on purpose, according to his purpose and his plan. And his thing is, if you learned the lesson and you pass the test, then you can take it to the next level. Don't be like your girl Morgan said, well, Dad, I can do it myself. I don't need you to, I'm going to help you. Let me help you. That didn't work out too well for me. Even when your relationships. Because even when he put people together with us, he puts his people together with us for his purpose and his plan. And if one or the other don't get themselves together, then he going to have to rearrange and he going to do what he need to do to get it where he want to be. Because at the end of the day, it's thy will be done. Not your will. Not your will. It's God's will be done. Guys, I hope y'all have an amazing weekend. Please check out my YouTube channel, Morgan Rees, live speaker, my podcast show, Good Morning Black People. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on LinkedIn. Follow me on Threads. Follow me on TikTok, which is really where I get a lot of my love at, as Morgan Rees, live speaker. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and my YouTube channel is Good Morning Black People with Morgan Rees, podcast channel where I'm interviewing some amazing people that's sharing their journey, that's telling their story. If you want to be on my show, please send me a DM and we can talk and we can see where you want to be, what you want to do, how you want to share your story to impact the world. I promise you, what God puts together, let no man separate. What God puts together, let no man divide. What God puts together, let no man tear apart. Let God put it together. You step out of the way, because I promise you, you messing up what his purpose, his plan is for you. Have a great weekend. Be blessed.